Hello everyone, the story I'm going to share today is the princess who married a beggar. In ancient India, there was a wise king named Persian. King Persian had three daughters. The eldest, known as Princess Shanguang, was very ugly and did not dare to meet people because she was afraid they would laugh at her. The youngest princess, called Princess Potuo, left her parents when she was very young. The second princess, however, known as Princess Shanguang, was not only very beautiful, but also virtuous and intelligent, and she was loved and respected by all people in the palace. She was also the favorite of King Persian and his queen. One day, King Persian said to her, "You are loved and respected by the people of the whole country because of my throne." Unexpectedly, the princess replied, "Father, this is my own blessing, not because of your high position." The king said the same thing 3 times, and the Princess Shanguang answered in the same way all 3 times. In a rage, King Persian married Princess Shanguang to the poorest beggar in the city and said to her, "You don't rely on me, but insist that you are blessed from your reward of your previous life. Your life henceforth shall prove whether what you said is true." Even then, the princess still insisted on her own opinion. Soon after, she left the palace with her poor husband. Princess Shanguang learned that her husband's parents had passed away and that he lived by himself, so financially no one helped him, and he had a poor and hard life. Her husband told her that his parents had left a dilapidated house, so they moved into the house. Almost as soon as they moved in, something magical happened. On their second day in the residence, the earth in the yard thanked by itself. The treasures buried under the ground naturally emerged. With this gold and silver, they started to improve their residence. In less than a year, luxurious palaces were built. The servants working in the palace grounds and the servants serving them were uncountable. One day, the king missed Princess Shanguang very much. So he asked his courtier, "How is my daughter's life now?" The courtier replied, "The palace where the princess lives and the money she has is not inferior to you, my king." Upon hearing this, the king could hardly believe it. He immediately asked a courtier to take him to see. When he saw the changes in Princess Shanguang and her husband, he immediately understood what Shakyamuni Buddha said, "Whether you do good or evil, you shall be rewarded." Not long after, Princess Shanguang invited the king to have a banquet in her palace. Seeing the palaces was so brilliant and splendid, again the king said, "My daughter knows she is blessed, and what she said is true." He again repeated what Shakyamuni Buddha said, "Whether you do good or evil, you shall be rewarded." King Persian lived in a time when Buddha Shakyamuni lived, and he hurriedly went to the Buddha to ask about the cause of Princess Shanguang's blessing in this life. The Buddha said, when Buddha Kassapa lived in the past, a woman wanted to support him with food, but her husband stopped her. The woman said, "Don't stop me," because she made good wish, and she devoted herself to offering food to Buddha Kassapa. Her husband obeyed his wife later, and finally they fulfilled their offering. That couple from the time of Buddha Kassapa reincarnated into Shanguang and her husband today. Because of her husband blocked his wife's good wishes in his previous life, he would start out poor in this life. But because he obeyed his wife later, his wife's good fortune has brought him riches again today. The Buddha's words made everyone understand that good and evil are truly rewarded. Thank you very much for listening to the story. More touching stories will be ready for you if you just subscribe it. Thank you again.